What's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Mommy Needs a Break. This is a podcast for all you mommies out there who don't have it together because we ain't got it together. I'm one of your hosts, Megan Thomas at Meg Scoop, all over the internet. You can also follow our podcast at MNAB Podcast. That's Mommy Needs a Break, MNAB Podcast on your social media.
And I'm Marisa Johnson. She is Marissa J on Instagram. And yeah,
That's it.
You on Twitter too? I am on Twitter, but I rant a little bit on there. Don't go follow me. I complain about a lot.
That's so funny. You do actually, but I love it. All right, you guys. Today is a very special episode. You want to know why? Well, we're talking about doggy bags for babies. Okay, that's one thing. We're talking about if only children really are more selfish, and most importantly, one of us is pregnant.
Can you guess who?
Can you guess who? We'll tell you a little bit later on. But before we get into that, what we got, Marissa?
Ain't No Shame. So Ain't No Shame is our segment where we discuss, things that mommies are often looked down upon. Maybe we hide from our friends. So we do in shame in private.
We should be shamed.
Right. So I'll start. Ain't No Shame. I really thought about this. I didn't want to say this, but literally this happened last week. So ain't no shame, oh Lord, in having sex with your baby in the same room while she watches her iPad.
We've all done it.
And I was like a grown kid, like a grown.
She's not a grown kid. She's like
a
two.
grown woman. She was sitting in the corner watching her iPad.
She's two.
It was okay. Let me explain. So Terrell had got back from like a week-long trip, and he got home around midnight. We were downstairs talking. It was like 1 o'clock. We went upstairs just like to get in bed, and whatever. And then we hear Halo crying, and my mom brings her in the room. It's like, Halo's calling you. And I was like, okay. And Halo wanted to party. Like, she wanted to watch TV. She wanted to do all these things. And I was just like, oh my God, like, what? And we've never done this before with her, like, in the room. So we just, like, made a little bed for her on the floor, gave her her iPad, and she was just watching her little Esme and Roy. And then it just happened.
Let's get it on.
I was like, oh my God, is she okay? Like, looking like, okay.
She doesn't know.
I know, but still, that could be traumatic.
She's not going to remember anything that happened when she was two.
Ain't no shame.
Ain't no shame about this. You got to do. Okay, we've all been there. All right. There ain't no shame in wearing pajamas as regular clothing. Okay? I'm going to just tell you this right now. If you see Mav in the streets with his PJs on, just know that's probably his normal attire.
I mean, he's still little. You can still get away with it now.
Right.
You're talking about yourself or him?
No, him.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about yourself.
No, my pajamas are a little too revealing. Okay. Anyway, I do also believe you should sleep naked because that's actually a better way.
I sleep naked.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, I can't sleep
because your body, like, I guess it like regulates temperature better when you have no clothes on under the covers, and it makes you have a better quality sleep.
Yeah,
I learned that somewhere.
I can't sleep. Okay, but we're talking about.
Okay, freak.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway, so Mav, like. Look, sometimes if we spend all day at the house, he definitely has his pajamas on, okay?
Right.
To the point where I had to buy more PJs because I was like, oh, these are becoming regular clothes.
Yeah.
So, I didn't know that because to me, it's always one of those like, even growing up, like, okay, let me get out of my PJs.
Right.
And like put on, even if I'm staying at home, I'll at least like throw on some pants or just
shorts, something. Yeah.
But like just to keep PJs on all day.
I love it. Those are like my lazy days.
I know, but we be at the store, we be at the park. He got on his pajamas.
Hey, you can barely tell though with kids.
No, you can always tell.
Really?
Yes.
Like the two-piece? Does he wear the two-piece?
Yes, the two-piece. We wear No, because it's a shirt and then it's got like all these bright printed pants that have like a ninja, like ninjas all over them. Okay, so if that is the case, you can tell they're PJs.
Like Terrell brought Halo somewhere the other week and she had these short pajamas set on. And I think he actually thought they were her clothes.
That's because he's a dad. They don't know.
Ain't no shame.
I don't want him to put these little baby pants. I was like, he doesn't even fit that anymore. And he was like, oh, it fit. I mean, it was in his drawer. And I'm like, but ain't no shame.
Ain't no shame.
It ain't no shame. You've done it too. Okay, let us know in the comments below if you've ever done that for your child. Oh Lord, y'all, please forgive me. We're doing things a little different today in case you can't, tell. You see this new set. It's beautiful and wonderful. We love it. This is actually Marissa's house.
Yeah, it is. Don't come over.
We're trying something new. It's cute, okay?
Thank you.
We're getting adjusted to stuff, so just bear with
us.
All right, now it's time for mommy tips. Now, these are some of the helpful things that we've learned along the way, so we just want to share them. Mine has to do with, the baby poop bags, right, that you're supposed to carry with you, like the little
baby poop bags.
Yeah, like they're poop bags that you put diapers in when you're.
Never seen them.
You've never seen. So what do you do?
Diaper genie?
No. So like when you're out in public, where do you put?
In the trash.
I know, but what if you're like at somebody's house and she has like a stinky poop diaper?
The trash?
I know, but like it stinks, and there's most people who, if they don't have kids, they don't have a diaper genie.
I'm telling you, I never.
You should put that as no trash. If Marissa comes to your house, just know there is going to be a poop diaper somewhere in your house, and you're going to smell it. She don't care.
That's funny. You're supposed
to put it in a plastic bag.
This is why I have Megan. I didn't know. I honestly didn't. I've never seen that. I thought you were talking about like the dog bag.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So the baby diaper disposable baggies look exactly like doggy baggies, the poop bags, and the dog poop bags are so much cheaper. So always use the dog poop bags if you're one of the moms that decides, you want to put your poop diaper into a bag before you throw it away at somebody's house, or even if you can't find a trash can, you're supposed to put them in these little bags.
I learned something new. I've never even thought.
Well, I don't usually put Mad's diapers in a plastic bag, but if I do go to somebody's house out of like
respect,
if I'm like, if it's a stinky one, I'm like, okay, let me put it in this plastic bag.
Disrespectful.
You are.
Man, disrespectful. Now I'm thinking about all of the diapers I've like put in people's trash can.
Left them
and I'm like, throw it in the trash. Bye.
I mean, that's where it's supposed to go, but if I'm at somebody's house and it stinks, I don't know how often they take their trash out, so I don't want it to be festering.
To people's houses often, obviously.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay.
All right.
I'm right. All right.
So let's see my mommy tip. So right now I'm all about like letting go of control of things and accepting help.
Okay.
So in my case, I have help, my husband. So I have been trying to really just let him take over things. When Halo gets tired, letting him do the bedtime routine. Yeah. Letting him put her in the bath, brush her teeth. And at first I'm like hovering over him. Like,
oh my God.
Did you get her teeth? Like, did you floss her teeth? Okay, like check, is there pillows in there? Like everything. I'm just crazy. But I've been learning to just like let your partner take over and just let them kind of get their own routine so that I can have a little breathing room at nighttime and just decompress and just kind of let go, because literally I will spend like an hour up there with her.
Oh my gosh,
reading a book, reading another book, Mommy, brush my teeth again, and I'll go do it. So like my tip for myself right now is just like learning to let go and let your partner just like build their own routine. But the kid, it's their kid too.
I know, I'm having trouble with that because Marlon gets on me all the time. He's just like, he gets so annoyed with me because this is actually Marlon's third child, so he's like, I've been a parent before, I know how to do this. Right. But like to me, I'm like, but you don't know how to do it for math. Like it's my baby. This is my baby. But the truth is, he knows so much better than I do. Like he knows how to take care of him. He knows how to like talk to Matt, because there's so many times where I'll get frustrated with Matt because he's in his little toddler stage and he just throws a tantrum and I just have to walk away. I don't know what to do. Right. And Marlon like knows every time how to talk to him, how to like, and Matt will straighten up, and I'm like, what?
That's the same with Terrell.
But then I'll still be like, did you brush his teeth? Did you bring this piece for the stroller? Did you? And he's like,
I'll be down here like, did you put on her pajamas? Like, what else am I put on her to go to bed? Like, what? They're clean, they're in the drawer.
I know, right? The third one down into the left. Only use those over there because the one on the right I have to put away into the small baby clothes. Like, that's just, I think that's moms. We're just.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's a good tip that I've been trying to, like, self-consciously, like, tell myself, okay, let him, okay, night-night, and he'll take her. So I'm like, are you sure? Like, okay, bye.
This is so freeing when you're just like, okay,
oh, yeah.
Like, because you have to remember that, like, the other parent for our child is just as capable.
Oh, just as capable, if not more capable at times. I mean, Terrell is so good with Halo. It's sickening to watch at times. Like,
Well, speaking of which, you taking a break from nighttime routine. Let's take a break and scroll.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it's your turn to scroll.
So since we're talking about kids, Future, the rapper, he's back in the news with his 7th and 8th alleged children. So yeah, they're both claiming that he's the father. They're trying to take him to court. He's denying the paternity test, obviously. I don't think it's mandatory, is it?
I don't really know. I feel like once you file documents, I think the court requires you to, maybe. Because I think they're trying to determine paternity, so like they have to determine if you are the person who's going to pay child support or not for this child.
Right. So, I mean, my question was going to be, is there a limit? Should there be a limit on how many children you have out of wedlock? As long as you can take care of them, he can obviously take care of as many kids as he want to have. But on the other hand, can any woman just like come and be like, "You're the dad, you have to take this test"? That's like super invasive.
Yeah, that is. I mean, considering like for celebrities especially, like if you've got, I would be tired of having to take paternity tests every single week. So I think there has to be a line at some point. But also, maybe stop sticking your penis everywhere. Like maybe think higher of your penis and go, not you either. My penis is sacred, and I'm not going to share it with everybody because the fact that you've got 7 and 8 children and different mothers claiming that you're the father, and you're like, what do? You put like LOL under a picture about the 7th mother or the 7th child's mother? Like, yeah, right.
It's like how do you even get to that point?
I don't. And on top of that, like I'm all for people having as many kids as they want to have, but if you're having kids with like random baby moms and you don't want to take paternity tests,
right.
Then it kind of makes me wonder, like, did you really want to have a child with that woman?
Did you want to wear a condom?
Perhaps. That's probably a bigger issue.
Right.
There's too much HIV. There's too much, all types of stuff that just will bump up your privates that you don't need to be out here.
It's like I hear more about Future's alleged children than like any song that he has coming out. I don't even know does Future have any songs out?
He has a lot of songs out.
Yes. New songs?
Like so many songs.
New.
Yes.
On the radio. Hits.
Yes. So many that I don't even realize that it's him on the radio.
Maybe because you're in Atlanta.
Well, maybe that's because either way, like Future is like he's popular.
He is, but like I don't hear anything about his. I don't see him on anything. Like all I hear about is like these random children.
And I want to blame
children. I'm sorry.
I know. I want to blame these women though because like if you know he's got all these kids.
Is it a check? Like,
I mean, it could be a check, or it could also just be like stupidity. Like, I'm gonna be the one he's gonna fall in love with.
Right.
Because there's always hope. We always have that hope. Like, I'm the one. I'm different. He's gonna love me forever. And then you end up baby mama number 9.
I just couldn't imagine. I mean, more power to.
What does Christmas look like?
Or any holiday.
You guys.
Or birthday. How do you remember birthdays?
How do you remember names?
Middle names.
Oh my gosh.
Too much.
This is like reminds me. Do you remember the Atlanta rapper Shawty Lo that like passed away? Rest in peace.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
He had like 10 kids something crazy. And I remember watching this interview with him, and he did not know all of his kids' names. I think they had asked him to like name his kids, y'all.
See, there was a football player like that too.
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he couldn't name all his kids.
That means you got too many kids.
That's wrong.
If you can't name, well, here's the other thing. If you can't remember all your kids' names, then you need to make sure they all have the same like letter, so that you can be like, I know it starts with an A. I know.
But shoot, if he ain't even there in the beginning of the process, he ain't even involved in the naming.
There's just so much with this. I don't want to blame Future for having all these out of wedlock kids, but at the same time, if you can take care of them, then do what you do.
Yeah.
As long as you take care of these children, which financially, and you should all make time for them as well.
Because I think money is money, but
time is when I say take care of them, I also mean time.
Yeah.
Like that's not just a check, not just making sure they can afford private school, but you need to be there and check homework every now and then.
Right. Or give them a hug.
Yeah, that's important.
I know he gets a bad rap, for the first kid. Or no, not the first kid, Sierra's son. People are always dogging. Yeah, but he doesn't even get credit for that, I think, because it overshadows like all these random stories that come into the news. And like every time Russell's with the baby Future, it's like, oh, look at that. He's a great dad. Where's his daddy at? I'm like, dang, this is rough. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
That's a lot of kids. Think about that, ladies. Speaking of a lot of kids, let's talk about only kids. So, okay, there's a study that came out that said only children really are not as narcissistic as we thought.
I think that's true.
Really?
Yeah.
I always feel like only children are like very weird. I feel like they're socially awkward. I feel like they don't know how to like problem solve with other people. I feel like they are very to themselves. They don't play well with others. There's a lot of things I can say about you only kids out there. I just always feel like that was true. They're very selfish. They don't know how to interact. Yeah.
I feel like I'm like that. I think I'm socially awkward. I'm not really good with, like conflict. And it was because I had so many siblings. Like everything was mine. It's like, don't touch this. Like, I don't want to share with you. Don't touch my food. Like, over here. And then it was like made me awkward.
Oh gosh.
I swear. Everything you just said, I felt like that was me.
Maybe you really are an only child and you don't know.
No. Have you seen all
You're adopted, but all y'all do look alike. They do look like this. Well, anyway, so apparently the reason why we think like only children are like selfish and spoiled and all that stuff is because of some like 1900 study that came out that said that. But recently in the Social Psychological and Personality Science Journal, it said that they got definitive proof that narcissistic personality traits are no higher in only children than they are with children with siblings.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
So basically this really is a problem for me because I had this whole mentality of like, yes, my fiance has 3 sons, but 2 of them are older. One is like 16 and 21. So they're like older, almost out the house or already out the house. Mav is 1. I wanted him to grow up with a sibling because I like closer to his age because I said if he grows up by himself in the house, he's gonna be narcissistic. He's an only child. He's gonna be awkward. He's gonna be like Marissa, all this stuff, right? But now that I saw the study, I'm like, well, now I don't have anything to back up.
I've seen a lot of successful kids who were just the only child. Like a lot of actors, a lot of like just well-known people, and they were the only child.
And they're weirdos.
You think they're weird?
Absolutely.
They're successful.
So success happens to people who are weird as well as people who are not weird.
So what are you saying? You think
he can be successful and not weird? That's what I want for him.
And be the only child.
I think I want to have another sibling for him because I had a sibling.
Right.
So I know, like, when you get older, too, like, what does that look like for your life when your parents are dead and gone?
Right.
And it's just you. Like, it's different when because siblings are like your first friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
And then no matter what age you are, you always see your sibling as, like, whatever age, like, they're your little sibling or they're your older sibling. Right, and there's always, that relationship never goes away. But if you don't have that, then you're just yourself and you grow up and you don't have any, I don't know, attachment.
I've consulted with a lot of one child parents and they just love it. Like they love it.
Because they don't know the difference.
Well, that's true.
They don't know what it's like to have 2 kids. Well, how many parents do you know be like, oh, if I had stopped before you, my life would be much better? Who says that?
Well, I think some parents have a lot of resentment.
Well, I think they would say, like, I would rather have not had any of you, as opposed to, like, I would rather have stopped at 2. I should have had you 3 and the rest of you 4. Just,
okay. I don't know. I don't know. I think it could be a combination. I think it could be, multiple, having a house full of, I have 6 siblings, and sharing that attention, sharing the affection, the time, like, that you need from your parents, I think it's just so spread thin. It's like so hard to like give individual time to all those kids.
Yeah.
And then you suffer, and then you like grow up and you're like, well, why didn't I get a hug? Or why didn't you sit down with me and do homework with me? Or why didn't you put me in baseball? Like, it's just a constant like yearn for. If you have 6 kids between 2 people, there's no way all those kids can feel equally like loved. And you don't think some of them are gonna have complexes?
I mean, okay, so you're right. So that brings us to the next part of our show, and that is, one of us is pregnant. And as you can tell with our different explanations of I'd rather have one child and I'd rather have multiple. The answer is...
Marissa!
Yay! Marissa is pregnant, y'all.
Can you tell?
She's been over here trying to hide it.
I know.
First, how many months are you?
I am 5 months.
5 months.
22 weeks.
Okay, do you know what you're having?
I can't say as of yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah, like just doing it. Wait, are you going to do a gender reveal?
We don't know. We're just rolling with it right now.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know?
We don't know if we want to share all of that information yet.
Oh, I see.
We will. I mean, obviously, we're pregnant. But, yeah. Just a little bit.
Which is really funny because you were the one that just said you didn't like the fact that, like, basically only children aren't narcissistic and all this other stuff. Like, you were, like, advocating for only children.
Yeah. I mean, I threw away all my maternity clothes. I threw away my sweatpants. I was preparing to run a marathon. I was, like, really running.
Right.
I was on a vegan keto diet.
Which is like the hardest thing to do.
But I was rolling with it a month and a half in. Like I was hell bent on. Yeah, I was cool with one child though. Yeah. I mean, I really was cool with one child.
And then you found. Wait, was this a surprise or was this planned?
No surprise, in a sense. I mean, I don't know how people say a surprise in a sense if you're not like using
taking the precautions.
I guess it's like anything can happen. But.
Oh my gosh! So this is so funny, y'all. I knew that Marissa was gonna get pregnant soon because when I moved, remember when I moved, I recently moved to Atlanta. We shoot in Los Angeles, but I moved to Atlanta, and right before I moved, I had like this package of pregnancy test strips. Yes, that you can like order off of Amazon, which I got at the time when I was like finding out that I was pregnant. I was like, let me just use these are the strips they use at the hospital. You get them on Amazon for like $10. I'll get these. So, but it comes in a pack of like 20. Who needs that many, right? So as I was moving, I was like, oh, you know what? Something in my spirit told me to give them to Marissa. Yeah. And she was like, why are you giving me these? Like, why are you giving me so many of these pregnancy strips? I was like, because something is just telling me you're going to be pregnant. And I swear, what was like not even a month after that.
Yeah, because you had just moved. And it's crazy because those are all I had. I had these little like strips all over. They were like all over the bathroom. And Terrell was out of town, and something clicked. It was my sister. She was like, "When was your last period?" And I looked at my app. It was like flashing red, and it had been like almost 3 months.
Oh my gosh! Were you that far?
Yes. So then I immediately went to those strips. I'm like, "What are these?" And I showed my mom. She's like, what are those? You need to go get a real one. That ain't right. Like, no, don't use those. I was like, I don't know. It says that they're like legit online. Yes. They gave them to me. And my mom was like, no, they're expired. Look, because it was like a month expired.
Oh.
And so I literally took about 10 of those. Okay. I swear to you. I kept peeing on them and like, just like dipping it, peeing on it, like trying different, it was crazy.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then Terrell came home from his business trip, and
he's like, "What are all these little?"
I laid it on him.
Was he happy or was he like?
Yeah. He was confused because he didn't know what I was trying to tell him. I was like, "Hey, babe," I was like, "I love you." He's like, "I love you too." I was like, "No, but like, I really love you." He's like, "I love you too." No, but I really love you. What did you do, Marissa? What did you do?
I didn't see confession.
I didn't know what to do. I had no, like literally he landed when I found out. Like his plane landed and I found out at that very moment.
That's so crazy.
So, yeah.
You were 3 months pregnant?
Yes.
I keep thinking like we were hanging out.
Yes. I was drinking wine. I was running. I was on a diet. I was just.
Oh, Lord, like, this poor child.
Oh, yeah. Like I'm down 2 pounds. Threw away all my clothes. This
is funny. Okay. So wait. So now that you're like almost halfway through, basically, well, you're more than halfway through. What's different second time around?
I'm a lot more private, and I feel like I'm a lot more calm.
Ooh, that makes sense. Yeah. Because you know what to expect.
Yeah. As far as like the being calm, it's just nothing really freaks me out as much. With Halo, it was just like researching, reading every book, like, am I okay? Going to the doctors just to make sure everything was fine. It was just so intense. Yeah. I was so careful with everything. Not saying I'm not as careful, but it's just, I'm more lax. I feel just lax, like, just I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what I gotta do.
See?
Yeah.
And you're gonna buy Loves this time, it's not the commercial. Like, same time you're
I actually bought Loves before.
They're not my favorite.
Yeah. But
I get what they're trying to say.
Right.
Come around, you're like,
it's definitely fine. And we feel just more prepared. We know that we can do it, obviously. Halo is healthy and breathing.
She's still alive.
Right, exactly. So it's exciting. We're excited. And then private is just, I don't know. I feel so private this time around.
Why?
I don't have that answer. I don't know. I honestly don't.
Do you feel like because you share so much of your life that you want something to keep for yourself?
That's what my mom thinks. I don't know why. Like, it hasn't hit me. I haven't wanted to just... People who know me know. Yeah. But I just haven't been like...
I wonder also if it's because, wait, do you feel like this is going to be your last baby?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's why. Because you're never going to have this experience again.
Right.
If you feel like this is y'all's last kid.
Yeah. It's definitely...
What do you mean definitely? Are you going to get, your tube side?
I mean, I asked Terrell if he wanted to get, this little snip thing.
What did he say?
He didn't know what it was. He was like, what are you talking about?
He didn't know what a vasectomy was?
I think me and him are both just, loopy sometimes.
I feel like
he didn't know what it was. I was like, you never heard of that?
He never heard of a vasectomy?
He told me.
Y'all are made for each other. Y'all, Marissa be like, what is that all the time when I say stuff? And I'll be like, how do you not? What did I say earlier today? And you were just like, what is that? I said, who was it? Oh, crap. No. I can't remember, but it was like...
Oh, a man or a beard?
Oh, yeah. When you call someone a beard, you know what that means, right? She didn't know. She was like, what? What is that?
What's a beard?
Like when someo's...
What's a trash bag for boo-boo?
Right.
Kids. I don't know these things. Terrell didn't know what a vasectomy was. So it's like...
Well, y'all are made for each other. Y'all are a perfect match.
Yeah, I think this should be our last one.
So wait, what if he's like, you just laid that on him, like, oh, get a vasectomy,
he's just like, I don't know what that is, and then it kind of just didn't go anywhere.
So this is probably not y'all's last job.
No, I don't. I mean, I know I said I didn't see myself having a second, but I kind of knew it was a possibility just because we're careless. But I feel like I would be way more cautious this time.
You don't think after baby number 2 is 3 or 4, you're gonna just be like,
No, this is a lot of... I don't like to use the word work because there are children.
Very
but
true.
It takes a lot to have a household with little humans.
Okay, so wait a minute.
And maintaining that to an expectation that I would like to have for my children.
I agree, but okay, so let's say this. Let's say once Terrell learns what a vasectomy is, he decides he doesn't want one. What are you going to do?
I could be consistent on birth control. I just got lazy.
Oh, okay.
I can be consistent. It's fine. It's just I really wasn't tripping.
For the rest of your life, you're going to take birth control?
For the rest of my life? I mean, probably just going to have to get a vasectomy.
Oh, well, not until the rest of your life. I'm saying until your childbearing years. Yeah.
I don't know. I think he would do it. I feel like Terrell would do it.
Well, first we got to tell him what it is. Okay?
Right. I've shared stories with guys who told me they've done it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's they don't even feel pain.
They don't, and I think it takes a week for men to heal from a vasectomy, but from tying your tubes, so invasive. That takes a really long time.
I've already carried life. Yeah, it's like you could do this for me. What? You plan on having some kids somewhere else?
Right.
What's up?
Okay, so wait. If you guys have a girl, would you try again for a boy?
Nah.
Okay.
We're both. I don't think we're.
You don't care?
People. No.
Okay.
I've never heard Terrell say, "Oh, I want my boy. I need my boy." He doesn't act like he's not like that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Now, was this? I have some questions for Marissa. Do you have names picked out?
So Terrell's gonna pick the name.
Without any.
I'm gonna try.
Wait, so you don't get a say?
So, backstory, my dad has 6 kids, and he has never been able to pick any of his children's names. And he's really hurt about it. I feel like he always brings it up, that the names he wanted to have, and always got shut down. So he had told me once, hey, if you have more kids, let him pick the name. So I was like, okay. So when this came, I was just like, Terrell, if you want to pick the name, go ahead. And he ran with it.
What if it's ugly?
I'm hoping that he loves his child enough to not give him no weak name. I feel like Terrell. I hope. Hey, I don't want to jinx. Is there
what if he like? If it's a boy, what if he was like Kujajakalea Johnson? Or what if it was a girl and he was like Betsy May Jewel Johnson?
I'm gonna give him a little more credit. I feel like he wouldn't just like, because he really hates how people pronounce and spell his name. He hates it, so I feel like he would be a little bit more compassionate of giving his child a terrible name.
Okay,
like come on,
that's a lot of trust.
I want him to feel like this is his baby. Like, go ahead and name it.
Can you just be like, give me 3 options?
He won't even tell me what he got going on, so I'm just gonna like let him marinate.
You're such a good wife. This is what a good wife looks like, because I couldn't do it. I would just be like, the most you get is like 3
middle names.
No, not even that. I'd be like, you can give me 3 names that you really like, and I'll make the final decision. Marlon and I have been collaborative on names. I think actually it was the opposite. I had to give him all these different names. He claims that he named Mav, but
so wait, are you guys gonna have 2 kids?
I want to, but Marlon is like, he's got 3.
Yeah,
and I get it because he's got 3 boys, so he's like, if it's a 4th boy,
I'm done. I'm out.
So I think if I don't know if we did I don't know. I love being Mav's mom, and I love it just like he and I, but. Like I said, I think I would want a sibling for him.
Yeah.
Like, that's close to his age.
Yeah.
He
that means close means like now.
Just, my eggs getting dusty.
I mean, not only the dusty eggs. I mean, but like close in age.
I know, but like not like 3 and 1 apart. He's only 1.
Yeah, but this is a process. It's like a year process.
Okay, but that means I need him to be at least 3. He needs to take his own shower before I can have another baby.
That's like 6.
No, it's not. He can take his own shower at like 4. We starting early, okay? Tiger mom over here, don't play.
Yeah, I'm just like trying to be done. Like, I want to know in my head I'm done, so then I can just like get all this together.
But you know what? Halo's a good age because she's gonna be like 2.5.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Because at that time, she can verbalize stuff. She can help you.
Yeah.
I think 2.5, 3 is like perfect.
Okay, so Malcolm gotta be 4.
I guess. That's
okay. So the next year episode.
I know, in a year from now, ask me this again.
It's like,
guess who's pregnant again?
Marissa!
Watch it be you again.
Nah. We ain't doing that.
Watch it be you again.
I'm good.
Wait, so how is Halo doing, knowing that she's getting ready to be a big sister?
I think she really understands. I believe she understands because every time she sees me with like no shirt on, she'll come and she'll
like
kiss
a baby or something.
Yeah, she kisses my belly, or like if I'm laying here with my like belly out, she'll come and put a blanket over me, and she'll put baby, mommy, baby, and she covers the baby up. So I believe she knows.
Is she gonna be like a jealous sister, or
I don't think so. I think she loves all her babies so much, like her play babies. She like takes care of them, and she sleeps with them, and she covers them, she feeds them. I feel like as long as we tell her it's her baby and allow her to have ownership of her baby, I feel like she'll be good.
Oh,
like, Halo, your baby.
That's gonna backfire.
Wait, like, today she lifted up her tummy. She's like, "Mommy, baby." I was like, "No, baby, your belly, Halo. It's mommy's baby."
I know, like, we ain't starting that.
Right? No, I can't imagine. But I think she'll be good. I think she understands. She's super smart.
Are you gonna breastfeed?
So we're going there.
Are you gonna breastfeed this baby?
I don't think so. Equal treatment. I didn't breastfeed Halo. I only breastfed Halo maybe like 4 weeks, if that. So
you're not gonna breastfeed this baby, like not even a drop, not even a lick of colostrum.
I don't even know if we want to even tease the child like that. It's like, might just have a formula on deck. I went through like a super painful process with breastfeeding. It was just so hard. Like I wasn't getting any milk. I was terrified. I mean, maybe I won't be as terrified this time. Who knows? But my thought is no. I was terrified that she wasn't eating. She was fussy and would like spit up a lot. And as soon as I gave her like the formula, she was good.
So you wouldn't do both? Would you do both? Is that an option?
Maybe.
Like pumping? No.
I'm not like super for it. But, I mean, my promise to myself was that I was going to make sure I cooked all of their baby food, and I made sure Halo had just like she was aware to like a large food group of just like healthy foods and herbs and
fresh. She's vegan.
Yeah, she's
a vegan baby.
Night, she was tearing up a whole asparagus. My sisters were like, "Is she serious?" And she was just chomping them away. So I'm super proud that she like knows a wide range of food. Yeah, she's not a picky eater at all. So that was like my trade-off.
See, that's good. I'm not gonna shame you, Marissa, about not breastfeeding. No, the reason why is because like in this day and age, I think it's like 50%. Back in the day, like 50% of women breastfed. Now, at least at the beginning, it's 85% try it, which is great because like they say, breast is best. However, the truth is, fed is best. Okay,
feed your kids.
Just feed your children, and and I think it sucks because I feel like when you're at the hospital, they're just like, put the baby on your boob, like, come on,
it's like so stressful.
Squeezing your breast, shoving the baby's face on your boob, like. I don't know. It could be traumatic for some people, especially if you have issues with your body. Like, my doula actually told me that. She was like, she's like, you have to be very sensitive to certain women because there's women who have dealt with like sexual trauma, and you can't just do that to them. Like, they're not ready for that. So she was like, it is a travesty that at hospitals they're just like, put this baby on your boob.
So aggressive.
Yeah.
And if I think about it, looking back, it was like you had this baby, you're up all night, the lights are always on, they're in, the nurses are in and out. Did they eat? Did they lunch? How many times? How many minutes? I'm like, do you really think that I can keep count of how many minutes this baby? I don't know. I can't even tell. Is she asleep? Is she awake? I just push this thing out. Like, my body hurts. It's just so much pressure that they put, and that could be it. I mean,
well, look,
if it happens, it happens. I ain't tripping.
There you go. You shouldn't. Like I said, fed is the best. We're not going to shame any mom for any choice she decides to make because, I mean, even for me, I couldn't breastfeed Mab like I wanted, and I felt so shameful. I felt like my body betrayed me. I felt like I was like not a good enough woman. All I wanted to do was be like Mother Earth and like just have my baby attached to my boob walking around. That was not the case. Mab never breastfed. Like he maybe like the first 2 days of his life, he fed. He tore my nipples up down to the white meat in 2 days, which is why I was just like going crazy. But I was so determined. I ended up becoming an exclusive pumper, which means I was pumping 8 to 10 times a day at the very beginning, which is very isolating. I can't hold them while I have these two pumps on my boobs. I can't hold them, so somebody has to hold them 8 to 10 times a day. I can't hold my baby. And then, with the cycle being every 3 hours of eating, as soon as I was done cleaning the pump, right back at it. It was so, like, the amount of... When I think about that time, like, it was terrible. I had this, and I couldn't produce enough milk.
Right.
And so because I couldn't produce enough milk, I ended up having like I had mastitis twice. I was in the ER. I had a terrible allergic reaction to the antibiotics they gave me. It was just bad. It was really terrible, and I felt so alone because I was always by myself pumping. I always had to leave. If there's people in the house, I had to leave and go away to go pump. I couldn't have him. I couldn't hold him. He would want to be held, and I'm like, I can't even hold you. I need to pump so you can eat. Right. It just was a lot. And so after 6 months, I was like, I'm done.
At least you did 6 months.
Girl, but by 3 months, I started dwindling, and by 6 months, I was like, this is it.
Yeah, I just felt like I had life when I just was like, F this, I'm going to go to the formula.
The piece, yeah.
Because then Terrell was able to help me.
Yeah.
I was sitting there resenting him. I was sitting there trying to figure out if she was eating. He's snoring. And I'm up. So we started to take shifts.
Yeah.
I would do maybe like the day, obviously all day, into the early or the late evening. And he would take like 2 o'clock in the morning to like 6, because it was every 2 hours. So we broke it up in shifts so we can at least sleep.
That's good.
You know what I mean? So it at least allowed me to heal.
Yeah.
And not feel like the pressure of, trying to feed this baby.
See, and that's the one thing. We got to stop shaming people for like whatever decision they want to make.
That was so hard.
It was.
So we'll see with this little one. We'll see how it goes.
I know. What if you have what if your boobs are just like spraying out breast milk? What if you just have fountains of
breastfeed.
You're still gonna be like, no.
I don't know. You know, also, I had, the night I came home from the hospital, I had like a seizure. And I had to go back to the hospital because all the hormones, my breasts were engorged. It was just a lot going on. So I am a little traumatized. I'm a little traumatized.
I forgot you did have a seizure that the very first time.
It's like my whole body locked up. I couldn't move anything.
Have you ever had a seizure before?
No. Never.
So yeah, I can see why that's traumatic.
Never. So it was a lot. So I just want this to be chill.
Yeah.
I might not even tell anyone that I'm in labor. Just whoever needs to watch Halo. Honestly, so there's not a lot of people in the house. It's just calm.
Yeah.
I just need calm this time. Yeah. It was a lot of excitement around Halo because she's the first one.
The first grandbaby.
Oh yeah.
In the family.
Oh my goodness. Everybody was at the house.
Yeah.
But it's not needed. People can come maybe 3 weeks, a month later.
That's kind of how I was.
Yeah.
I didn't. Even my mom and dad weren't there. It was just Marlon and I, the doula, and the hospital, the midwives that delivered me. I didn't want, surprisingly, because I love my parents and I'm close to them, but I didn't want them. At that moment, I just wanted it to be Marlon and I.
Yeah.
And I think my parents were sad because Matt was their first grandbaby. So my mom was just like, I was like, Mom, she kept trying to be like, I'm going to buy my ticket. I said, I don't know when the baby's coming. So you're not about to be in my face for weeks on end. I don't know when the baby's coming. So just as soon as my water breaks or as soon as something happens, I'll give you a call, get on the next flight. And that's what they did. So they ended up coming to the hospital I had him Monday night. They came on Wednesday morning.
Wow.
So
yeah,
and I actually like that. I actually was like, because Marlon and I just got to be
together
parents to Mav for a few days. It was just us, It was cool, and that was good. And then I didn't let people come over the house at first. I just was like, I can't.
That's how I'm going to be probably this time around for sure. It's just not necessary. And
it's not.
We need time just to relax. Unless you're here to help, don't come over. You don't need to see the baby.
Don't ever go to no new mom's house without food.
Right. You can Amazon Prime me something. You can,
Don't ever come to my house and you bring no food. And I just had a baby. What are you here for?
Right.
You're not here to help. Or
at least ask, do you need me to pick up anything?
Well, are you going to say yes, though?
Probably. At this point, yeah.
Okay.
I've been taking help. Okay? That's another tip. Take the help.
Take the help. All right, you guys, we're about to get out of here, but we like to do a couple of things before we leave.
Yeah, our last segment is called I'm Fine, which is, just a little inspiration before we let you go. As moms, new moms of multiple children and a lot going on, career moms, we like to suppress, our feelings and just, we're not always fine.
Yeah.
We're like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine. You're not fine.
Right.
So we just like to leave with, a little bit of inspiration. Megan, you have something?
No.
You don't have nothing? It's me? Oh, okay.
I got no inspiration this week. Marissa's full of inspiration.
I'm just kidding. I'm mommy brain. So right now it's love yourself enough to set boundaries. Your time and your energy is precious. You get to choose how you use it. You teach people how to treat you by deciding what you will and won't accept. Anna Taylor. So I know me right now, I'm working, I have the space, I have the baby on the way, I have a house, all these things, and I'm just learning to just be okay with, telling people no, I can't make it, not today. It's just too much for me today. And even with, my husband, like, can you do this? Can you put Halo to bed? So, learn your boundaries, know when enough is enough, and just be okay with that. I love it.
See, you need that. You really are a Zen mom this time around.
I hope so.
You are. You're so chill. I even asked her, I was like, are you gonna have a nervous breakdown here? Because you're really just doing a billion things, but you're like chill.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, you guys, it's been such a great time taking a break with you. Thank you for taking a break with us. I am Megan Thomas. You can find me at Meg Scoop all over your social media and follow our podcast at MNAB Podcast.
I'm Marisa Johnson. She is Marissa J.
And she is pregnant.
She is pregnant.
We'll see